Hello. So, um, so I guess I'm just gonna just a brief kind of. I don't want to call it a tutorial or a class or like instruction or anything, but so here I am. I didn't even really think too much about it. Generally, even though I kind of throughout the years, when you're already kind of putting the work, whatever. Sometimes it just kind of there's a natural kind of flow to move into next types of I wouldn't call them projects, but creative kinds of expressions. So having already a repertoire from early being born with gifts and talents, and then through practice and skill and various performances and all of my like just independently moving through each thing, and then also through developing or perfecting technique and things of the nature, and so in all of my individual capacity, and so I'm just like just kind of moving through it now. It's not it's not that well, I just want to my own. This is my own kind of I wouldn't call it a rendition, but once you kind of get to a certain point, there are things which are just my own intellectual property, and so. But however, I'm just gonna move through just a few things here. I may or may not name each of the kind of positions and things of the nature, but and certain of them derive from certain techniques and from what I wouldn't call it time memorial or earlier. My middle name is Yvonne, and so and also I've been called an old soul, and so I guess hypothetically I could have created it, but I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even say it. So in such a regard, created like certain things. You never know. There are things which are fair use and in the public domain and things of the nature, but there are also things which are private, and there are things which after a period of time or technique or perfection or work, effort, time, and everything, that it then becomes almost a new novel creation, or one which attribution can only be made to an individual. And so I am an individual with attribution of my work to me, and I am the author of my work. And so okay, so this is where I'll just begin. Please excuse there was background noise outside of my apartment and everything, and so let's see. And then also, I have choreographed in the past. And then also sometimes I improvise. Naturally talented, and then there are times when I may have studied or practiced or whatever. And then also choreographed. I have started dance groups, and at least one dance group, and then I have also kind of improvised just from my own repertoire and things from the past, and because God gives me everything. I believe God who guides me. God who is in everything. So I think it's all. Now, I will say, even though I'm a naturally the dancer I was born, actually good at dance and everything. So before I took classes, I was already like naturally talented. So I wouldn't say I was recruited technically, but maybe, I don't know. But I was aware. I just loved to dance, right? From the time I was just like I just always loved to dance, right? But there's ballet, right? So, but I think before I even started taking any ballet classes, I had a ballet book. I think my granddad or someone had bought a ballet book for me or something. I was like kind of thumbed through the ballet book and just kind of moved it to like the like as far as I know techniques. I think it still qualifies as autodidact, right? I learned the word from Patrick David, and certain other things also. But I'm pretty sure. I think sometimes, like, I understand like predicate attribution, but I think sometimes it gets a little bit misconstrued. Like, if I have maybe practiced or studied or something, then I guess sometimes the other person will say, "Well, why did this or did that?" But I think that's really it's of no moment, right? At a certain point, because especially like you pay for a class or you perform, or like if like I was, like I'm the reason. The reason. Jesus is the reason. Oh, season. Yes, he. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. Yeah, like the idea that like I've never tried to take credit for anyone else's work, but I think sometimes sometimes people may be a little misconstrued, like so in this because I guess they'll say, well, they did this and they did that, but it's really every man for himself, or every person for him or herself. For me, every woman. For me, at least for me individually, I've never tried to get credit for anyone else's work because I'm naturally talented. There's nothing that anyone has done that exceeds my value, my contribution. So anything will be a net gain to me. I don't want to sound a type of way, but I think that's it. Because I think throughout my life, because I think I've been naturally talented, and so I think, and I continue to be naturally talented. So I think like sometimes people may get a little carried away. Sometimes they're like, oh, they want to take credit for this or credit for that because like I look like a dollar sign to some people, or maybe like money or whatever. And I understand people have different things that they've done, but most of it, I guess, probably all of it. Anything I can figure it out, definitive, defeated, cure, and anything else is probably just unnecessary. And it just be a discretionary decision, and therefore I wouldn't be, I wouldn't owe anything to anyone. Anyway, so yeah. So I don't think that's it. All right, so I was going to just kind of pull my hair, back in a ponytail or whatever, or maybe pin it, whatever. So let's see. Maybe I will now. I would not say that I created. There's some things. There are things I create. I haven't done the research on the origin of certain dance techniques. So, but God is good. So, this would kind of be like the first position, right? And then I want to make sure I stand in the camera here. And then this would be like second, demi pleating. And then, it's been a long time. And then this would be, it's still going, you cannot sit in your hip, and you also have to your hips have to be square. And you have to tuck your bottom, use your core. Right here, but this would be like straight line. This would be third. I have to remember the hands on third, but third. And then you would slightly, and you have to strength out your entire body. So here. Mm-hmm. So I'm really focused on the position. The arms or something are different, but I maybe here or here. It's been a very long time. And so just be fourth. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see that. The fourth position there. And then, fifth is a little more difficult, right? Because you have to have a bit of a turnout. And so it's always been a difficult one for me. But, fifth is more, I don't know if you can see this here. So fifth is more, to the side. Fifth, like, okay, so kind of it's under, but like your feet are supposed to be like very close here, right? So your heel, your toe should touch your heel for fifth, right? And then you can pop hands here, but like it requires a turnout at the core. I mean, sorry, not the core. It requires a turnout at the hips, right? A turnout at the hips, and so you know it depends on like what your hip, like your I don't know if you call it hip flexors or not, but you know like a hip. And a lot of times you develop it, you know, maybe a natural, but a lot of times you develop it like in your youth. You say probably very young, and I think you know, then I think it would you know, it will be easier to kind of have the turnout in your hips, which actually allows your feet to close here in fifth, right? And so, and then you would, I'm pretty sure these are hip fifth, I think, kind of relevant, right? So, okay. Anyway, it's been difficult for me, but then, so it's like kind of basic positions, but, so yeah. So I guess I'll just stop there, and then, I think it's all right. So, and then maybe for one, I like time to do some plies and stuff. So, but you know, so and then you want to kind of prevent the arching back and stuff like that. But I think this is all. So, yeah. So, I don't know. And you know, at the end, you have to keep the strength of your legs and everything. So I'm aware. So yeah, so this is it, right? So, and then you can kind of see, like you have you can kind of, and one of the things that's kind of important, right? I'll just leave it here, is like the strength in your legs, and then all the way through your leg, and then all the way to, through your point, right? All the way through your point. And the point is just your toe, right? But just turn out, the point is from the toe. And sometimes you want to, your front leg, you know, depending. So it's a bit of a workout, right? So, but I'm gonna keep the square hips from the tip, from the core, and keep your back straight, line through your body, and the toe is also important. See if you can see the toe. There's also around the jump. There's the toe, right? So, the toe. It's like whatever. Anyway, so I think this is it. Have a great one, everyone.